Well, here's another episode of Home Movies. This is
Episode 303?
Yeah, this is called Bad Influences, and this is true. This is just a relationship thing that happens, I think, all the time.
But first,
Yeah,
you had the funny idea to really like do the sort of East of Eden bad acting, overacting thing.
Yeah, it's just I think me and my friend Larry would always do funny like
Cracks me up.
bad like he was really good at it too. Just like doing that like just
Larry Murphy.
Larry Murphy, yeah, just looking for an excuse to blow up and just always busying yourself with like busyness, like you know, like scratching at the paint when you're talking to somebody on the show. Yeah, what about my old man? Yeah, you don't know me. You know, like, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, cracks me up.
But also, I think the overarching, see, like what we thought of when we did home movies, which is great, was that I would always like try to write an episode based on a theme, just like whatever the theme is. Like the last one was shore leave, going away from your home, you know. But this one is bad influences. Like how can a good friendship turn bad, and how can that?
Makes me hungry.
And what kind of, you know, like I think it happens in relationships too when you first start dating somebody, where you go out and like you see it happen, or like, oh, you've put on a great deal of weight. Because all you do is you go out and you eat food all the time.
Yes.
Or
guys do it to each other.
Guys do it too. Like I think me and Loren are probably that way with food. Oh, when we first started doing home movies,
we did a lot.
I put on a great deal of weight. I don't know about you, but I definitely like I was getting fatter, and people would kind of like blatantly come up to me and go like, "Oh, hey, you know, now that the show's doing well, you should probably, you know, join a gym." That's what like Rick Jenkins said that to me once. He said, "Well, you know, now that things are going well, let's maybe join a gym." And I'm like, "Nah, I don't like working out."
We tried that too.
Oh, yeah, we did do that. Yeah, we did try that. It didn't happen.
Yeah.
That's how I put on weight. That's exactly like.
I want you to squint your eyes and stand back a little bit.
But putting on weight, I think is hilarious too.
Yeah.
I also think like. It doesn't matter who it is and where you are, but like, but it's a really funny kind of mean-spirited thing when you see someone you don't know that well slowly putting on weight. Like you go to Starbucks every day and you see someone there, and you're like, oh my god, you were just getting fatter like every single day, and then like there's a part of you that goes, no, keep going. Like how far can you take it? Because it's fascinating to watch people
change their shape.
It's not as fun to watch them slim down and look great. It's more fun to watch them kind of let themselves go.
Yeah. Also, by the way, very expensive. I think this is one of those episodes where the idea was hilarious. Everyone loved it. The writing went so well, and then we sort of, came time to kind of break the story to the animators.
Yeah, and they all and it's funny when animators listen to an episode, they're listening to it with the work ahead of them in mind. So they they don't laugh as much because they're concentrating on like what and visualizing what the episode's going to look like. And this one probably didn't get a great deal of laughs.
This one breaks the principal rule of animation, which is that you get to use your characters over and over again.
That's the great thing about that's why we had a show, because it was simple to. We had all these versions mapped out. You could just kind of.
Yeah, you got Brendon turning left, Brendon turning right.
3/4 turn. You got the profile. You got all that stuff. And
not if you make them fat.
Not if you make them fat.
Big problem. However, those guys, as always, were interested in the challenge and wanted to, and start getting excited about drawing the characters fat because they look so funny. And sure enough, they did. They did it.
Yeah, I mean, and it is. I mean, just that idea that his little tummy's exposed.
It's so funny. It's closed them.
Hilarious.
Yeah. Right, especially in a world where you don't see their hands.
Yeah.
It's funny that their stomach come out between there.
Done deal.
Paul's putting on a little weight.
Everyone's putting on a little weight. It happens that way, though.
Yeah.
I think people just do it. I mean, I have a very unhealthy relationship with food, I'd have to say.
Yeah.
Their boobs. It's so great.
A great deal of weight in a short
so
amount.
very well done.
Yeah.
I applaud the animators.
Yeah.
I can help
Again,
you.
their little nipples.
Put you two on a
Oh
diet.
man.
Out of the question.
Jen
No
Kirkman
more
is the
junk
nurse.
food
Yes.
Very
and
sexy
going
with
to
her
gym
stockings.
class and exercising.
Yeah.
No, I like this. They're resisting.
And it'll
No.
take a while to lose the weight.
Good acting on the animator side too.
That's
Yeah.
the way it
That's
goes.
right.
Brought it
Wait,
the next
Yeah.
step up.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Jason, we
I
can
like
work
in my
do this overnight.
like right, there's a
Doctor
very
will tell
fat
you the
person
same
living
thing,
inside of
eating
me,
healthy and
know.
exercising. Okay.
and I am one of those guys.
I just want you
Like
to
I don't know a lot of guys like me who just likes chocolate, like who can probably start crying if they have enough like chocolate. I mean, I really like chocolate. And I really like candy. I like cookies a lot.
Yeah.
Like I'm a grown
Biggest lobster
man, and
you'll ever imagine.
I like ice cream. If there's ice cream,
Lady.
I will have it. Like if there's ice cream around, I can't keep ice cream in my house because I'll eat it. I can't keep candy in my house.
Having lunch there.
'Cause I'm not one of those people that like has a candy tray like those people go, and they just have one every once in a while. I have to eat all of it.
Yeah, you have no food in your house.
I have no food in my
Yeah,
house.
you obviously keep no food.
Well, I
You're
don't.
pretty healthy.
I don't have the money to buy food.
Was that?
Otherwise, I'd have it stocked. I have all my money in really bad investments right now.
that way.
Your money's in.
No,
and in Pro
I
Tools
just,
and
you know,
7
started doing
guitars
it
and
on my own.
Fender Rhodes and
Your
keyboard.
dad, was he like a
No,
big
those are
bad
smart
guy?
investments. They'll pay for themselves someday.
don't
I think
know.
the irony of your sweet tooth is that it turns out that stuff is
Yeah, I
less
mean, it was a
fattening
little heavy when I
than
was a kid.
wine
Yeah,
and cheese
big
and crackers and all this
Right.
grown-up food that you're supposed to like when you're older. I like that stuff.
Is it though?
Oh, I get it's like instant fat. Instant fat.
No,
if
no,
you
no. I mean, I'm
go
sure.
on a
Oh, yeah, no. Wine is like, yeah, wine will do it to you.
cheese and cracker,
Beer will make you fat.
bread.
Lunch.
Bread, of course, bread will make you fat.
So it turns out cake
see you
more
around.
healthy.
No, I don't think that's true. There's so much
scientifically
sugar.
proven.
It's scientifically proven.
I'm not interested.
I
in
don't know
eating
if that's
the
true,
good.
I didn't mean like a
but I'd
date.
like to believe that cake is
Really?
more healthy than anything else.
it might
Go out.
I
hang out.
love cake. I love
would hang out
cupcakes.
with
I love
you
regular
only
cake.
in
I
a
like
group setting,
anything
you know,
like in that
a
little window in
faculty
Starbucks.
That's
Like
great.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking
all
about.
everything
Hanging
is
out
so
with a group.
good. Oh
That's
my
what I
god!
love.
Now I'm getting hungry.
Yeah,
It gets depressing
I don't
because
You like laser tag?
No.
I just get
No,
fat.
you know
Like
what?
I just
This
simply
has
get
been
fat.
great hanging out here.
know?
Let's just.
No, I'm gonna hit it.
And now
and that's what this episode
that's
is
what it's
about.
about right
Would you
now.
like
And about a baby.
I don't know what's the
Show
cheapest
about a
possible.
baby.
And it's mostly
Okay,
about
you
it,
could
you're
do a
right.
2-year package.
But now I have to
Okay,
exercise.
how much
Yeah,
is
while
you
we're,
actually- you
while
do
we're doing the
enough
conversation.
exercise?
No, I'm doing
$500.
terrible.
You look thin though.
500.
450.
It's
Do you not feel thin?
I don't.
Okay, how much
It's
does it
You look
cost
thin,
to
you look
stay,
good.
like, 6
this
months.
this time of life.
No, you don't want that.
Let me tell you, don't
It's
be
okay, I don't wanna use
35.
the pool.
No, you can't use
That's not so
towels.
old.
I'll
Oh,
bring my own towels.
I didn't say
from
it was so
Yeah,
old.
that
It's
plan
just so
restricts you
fat.
from
Oh, it's just
using
fat.
no
Yeah.
weights.
Well, you have
Sex
to.
machine.
Even better.
You have
What
to change your
can I
metabolism.
use
That's
Yeah.
what you gotta do. That's,
free weights.
that's what
Sounds
I've been
good.
struggling with. I put my dog on a diet. My dog was getting fat.
Ernie?
It was kind of cute. It's like just
Lynch,
pudgy roll
I'm
around his
looking for you
neck.
everywhere. Well,
But then I'm like, oh, it's bad. It's really bad for like a Weimaraner to have.
He looks very trim.
He's very trim now because I take him hiking, so like we both get exercise. This is so boring for people to listen to. I'm sorry, everyone. I am sorry. But it is interesting that we get fat just like you. I'm not saying that you're
you,
fat,
me,
but
2 women, a group.
but it's awesome to be
Going
fat.
out,
It's, you know what?
having
It is
fun.
awesome to be fat. It's awesome to like because there were moments where I've been
nurse.
fat and not
Who
given
would you be taking?
a care
The nurse.
about
It's
it.
the
I
best
take
way to
that?
be.
You know?
I don't know.
But then
Mrs.
that
Adams.
don't last
she's
long.
married.
Those are usually drunk moments.
What about what's her
Oh my
face?
gosh! I was always the fattest one in my family too.
Oh, Carol.
Everyone else, like my brother doesn't.
Jeff is very
He doesn't
skinny.
care
guy.
about.
No.
He doesn't
man,
care about
lunch, you're a
candy. He
little
doesn't care about
picky.
sweets or
I'm not
anything like
picky,
that.
man.
I'm telling you, that doesn't matter.
What's it gonna be? The lunch
Well, I'm
lady or
telling
the
you,
math lady?
but it's also the same kind of
choice,
that
thank
same
you.
kind of thing. I like people who also. I mean,
and
girls,
no.
all right. I know that
I'll
you
pay
all
for
like
drinks.
chocolate, and
Here's the
so
here's the
great.
visual expression of the conversation we're having.
Yes,
Oh god.
but it's true. I can't.
So good.
I
Jason,
can't have anything anymore because I'll just go crazy.
Jason, we're
I'll eat
breaking
too
the
much.
diet. I know.
Yeah.
I know, but
It's-
I was eating healthy all day.
That's why
until
this
we got
episode is
here
funny.
and
But I-
these kids,
yeah.
of course, would never.
starved myself.
Well, not never, but they're so young.
Oh no, I had a fat friend when I was a kid.
You had a what?
I had a fat friend. Oh, I don't know. Where were you gonna go with that?
You had a fat friend.
A fat enabler friend.
Oh, and you did have a fat enabler.
Oh yeah, I have had tons of fat enablers in my life. I have been the fat enabler, and I have had the person enable. I have had people enable me. Yeah.
Yes.
We are.
I think it's really. I think enabling relationships are really hilarious. Like like with alcohol or with anything. You know.
Jason, we have to stop.
I know.
Wait. Okay.
But it really is funny that you don't want to be alone in whatever it is that you're doing. So
No.
you grab somebody and make them
Alright.
take
Yeah.
the same ride with you.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, it's annoying. If
But
it's
everything
something
is
like, no
either-
thanks.
Yeah.
What do you mean no thanks?
Yeah,
Yeah.
isn't that awful?
That's
It's like a
horrible.
person like I don't like dogs.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
How do you
no,
not like dogs?
Yeah, you're offending me.
Yeah.
No
It's
thanks.
not human
Yeah.
to have weakness.
Yeah.
Have some weakness.
Yeah. Don't quit smoking. What are
Yeah.
you, nuts?
Yeah,
Yeah.
do it. Gee.
Curses by never seeing each
Such a-
other again.
Such a weird way to live.
We won't
Anyway,
make-
so what else is going on in this episode that we could talk about to be interesting to people, other than my philosophy and yours on just being fat?
We have to leave
Giving
each
in.
other.
Oh man, it's so
We
great to be
always
fat.
have each other and food.
This is
Jason,
a
we have to leave each
little
other.
musical
Oh, wait.
moment
We
here.
can't do this anymore.
This is one of those music cues that as long as it took to play was how long I spent writing it.
Yeah.
Which,
Berkeley School of Music.
yeah,
Paying
thank
off.
you. Yeah, really paying off. They would be so insulted by me. I don't think they'll ever
Flavor chips.
pick up one of their alumni books and see my name in it.
Oh. Act
Oh,
break.
Act break.
And that's a big act break because they
up.
broke up.
Mm-hmm.
They broke up.
That is a huge act break, yeah.
And this is the first but not last time we took it to the gym, right? When is the...
McGurk comes up in
episode
and
is
blows
that?
out his pecs
Yes.
in season 4.
Yes, exactly.
Which is pretty funny.
So we built the gym and then later we shot another...
Yes, we built a gym, yes.
Great place.
It's
Yeah.
cute that she sneaks him into
Still
the
not
gym.
hanging
It's
out with
very...
Jason?
This is a nice
No,
Paul
actually
Brendon
not.
moment.
Right.
We had a pretty
But of course turns out
relationship. And
not
then
only
we
is he
came
not
back
supposed to be
and
there...
forth.
Or is it, no, yeah, he's not supposed to be
Oh,
there.
a great deal of time has passed, too. We actually took advantage of the fact that he has gotten back into shape
That's right.
Oh no, here
from
comes the boy.
Yeah.
Get off,
exercising.
get off. Go hide in the ladies' room.
Mom.
No, Brendon. I
One
mean,
other thing about
who are
being a
you?
kid for me,
I do.
and just
Hey, you better
there
go
were
in the ladies'
like
room and look
I
for your
discovered
mom,
there was
little kid.
like a 7-Eleven, you know, in my neighborhood
Yeah.
when I had moved from Illinois to Salinas,
Tonight's the
California,
night, Lynch.
and
Before the
and I
ladies get
discovered this
we gotta
path
get
through
a
this
straight.
dry creek in the back, and
First of
it would
all,
take
even though
me
this technically is
3
a
hours to
day
walk there.
group outing,
And I would go there
to be
with,
on
you
a
know,
tow,
money I'd find on the
right?
couch, money that I'd made mowing lawn, and
means
just
I have to come
buy
across
like
looking good,
a
and so
bag
do
full
you,
of
'cause I
any
brought
kind
you
of
along.
candy. Like I
Right.
didn't even care. It
Don't
was like
embarrass me.
it was like how
Be
grown-ups
nice to
spend
each
like
other.
that money on
We have to be
alcohol,
nice
like
in
with
front
change,
of
and they
the
lay it out there. They don't
In
care
front
what
of
they
the
drink.
lady.
Yeah, that means no
And,
tricks,
um,
Lynch.
And I would do that. I would have a friend I would do it with, and
Now
we'd
you
sit
gotta think
around
for
and
the
just
others.
eat and
Not
just
stupid.
and like our
This is
mothers
my
would
date tonight.
would try to
though
make
this
us
is
not
not
hang
a
out
date.
together because we were
This
so
is
fat
not a date.
and lazy,
Look,
and we
those
would
are
just
not
sit
dates right
indoors
now.
all day
Right.
and like
Say something
and
nice
get
to me.
pale and fat and horrible.
Just practice.
Anyway.
You look good.
Say
I
my
think
hair
it's
looks good.
it's Mitch Fatel does a joke about
Change
that
your
about
hair, looks nice.
how, when he got old,
I like it a
when he
lot.
could grew
I mean,
up.
say that to me.
It's one of his favorite things to do was go to
Change your hair,
the
looks
candy
nice.
counter at the store, and when a kid came up, he'd say, "See
I
all
need to
that
refill
candy?"
This prescription. It's for my
I can buy
anxiety
all of it.
disorder.
Right.
It's working nicely because I wouldn't.
Candy, even as a kid, is affordable, but like it.
No, but now you can't buy all
Kind
of it.
like a doctor.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, kind
that's
of.
true.
Do you have
You
a
can't buy
drug
all.
that
Oh, all
makes
of
it
the
so
kid,
that
all of
I'm
it.
not
Yes.
to feel inferior and really crappy by good-looking people who are in
Bill,
ways.
that?
Bill brought us.
Was that Bill?
The liquor store is across the street. All right.
Thanks.
You look
And
good,
this is
Brendon.
Really?
Yeah.
Thank you. I mean,
Deny
all
myself
I
of
have to
anything
do
that I
to
enjoy.
stay this way is to
Right.
deprive myself of anything that I enjoy.
But the scene that where
Well,
he sees
good for you.
Jason.
Yes, all slicked up.
Yeah, Jason is really cleaned up
Very
his
sorry.
act.
I'm
Who
sorry, I'm
knows, maybe
touching
one of
this
these
mic
days
too
we
much,
can
I
even
guess.
get
That's
back to making movies. You know,
That's
with
all right.
Jason.
Huh? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like,
Um,
maybe. Hey, let's turn into
It's funny to
Oh,
have
and,
skee ball.
yeah, this is the
Okay.
thing. It's
Is skee ball everywhere in the
You got
country,
that
or is it
plastic
just?
lizard?
oh, it's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Yeah, I was in Illinois. I was in
The
moved
cone,
to
Brendon.
California,
You
and
should
was in
definitely
Boston.
get that really big cone.
Love
Let
skee
me
ball.
see.
Jason.
There he is, looking good.
Looking real good.
Yo. Jason. Brendon.
Oh, and this is McGurk is testing out his fat father theory.
Oh, you know what? This is also
This place
oh.
doesn't actually look
Yeah,
so
double
bad.
date. I thought
Oh,
so.
it is the
Not to
fat
mention
father
they're
theory.
having
That's
Yes.
right. Yeah.
poetry
Oh, you're right.
later
There's
on.
they go on
me
another
and
one.
Lynch picked it out. Right, buddy?
Yeah. McGurk was
Got
easy
a
to
jazz
work with when
book.
it came to finding a place.
Right. Do we ever
really
even
get
have
along
any jazz
rather
happen on
well.
this?
That's right. We always do, buddy.
Possibly
Yeah,
not.
you look
Yeah, I
nice
think
tonight.
we were all too lazy to be.
Thank you very much.
Is that a new outfit?
Oh man.
Well, I got it a
He's
few
having a
months
bad
well, you
time.
look good. You look very enchanté.
Yeah,
Oh, is
We
this?
should find out
This
what
is
yours
the
is,
one
eh?
where he
With
gets
the
up. And,
poetry?
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
man.
girl.
New York
Girl.
Times.
Yeah, I thought that was in a later
girl
episode,
right
but I
there.
think that is this
Ah,
one.
Hear
good.
everything you're
Yeah, I
saying?
think we cut back later and
That
find
is
what's
good.
going on.
Great McGurk.
And
Again, like
what-
A
what
and
do
B
we
plot
get?
kind of moving in some kind of direction at
Yeah,
this point.
little
So.
thematic link.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
don't interrogate her, Lynch.
I-
All right?
You said that.
Ron Lynch. Ron Lynch.
Hilarious, very
He's my
funny.
friend.
Yeah,
Always funny.
always
I
funny.
really do enjoy his company.
Show about a
Yeah,
teacher.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you do? What do you do?
I'll take this. What do you
Yes,
do?
and a great foil for McGurk.
Gotta suck.
Yeah.
So it's no accident
Did
that
you
we
see the
discovered
thing
him.
in the Times
Oh,
today?
this is also just,
Second
this is
episode.
another thing that was just I remember
Yes.
when putting this episode together and we were talking
I know.
about
No, I think it's absolutely fascinating.
you know how you have those booths and
Yes.
somebody's got to sit on the outside
Yes.
and they get a chair that's way too small.
Yes.
And I don't know, it's really funny.
I
He's
was
so
like
far
younger,
outside
I
of the
thought.
conversational loop.
Yes.
Maybe it was
And he's
25.
so like it just distances him
you
and
read it,
shortens him and
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
makes him
I mean,
all the less
believe that
powerful,
was
but he
25.
still
Yeah.
makes him
tell you,
fight
when I was
a
25,
million
I
times
was
harder
working
to do whatever he needs to do
know?
Yeah.
to impress the girl.
Yeah, it's
And the
funny.
fact fact that he also said yours.
No, I had a tough childhood.
What's
Find out
find out what
yours
yours
is
is
named.
named.
My dad was fat. I mean, you two don't know what
And
I'm
just
talking
always,
about, but I
always
think you know
watching
what
him
I'm talking
screw
about.
up with the
Yeah,
girls.
not
But,
good.
Right.
Doesn't
but it's
go
not
well.
even. He never admits to it, which is great. That's
I
all right.
didn't know you were gonna be at Donald von Cheesington's. You know, I haven't been coming to Donald von Cheesington's until I was sure I was in control of my eating.
But this is the
Yeah.
Sid and Nancy relationship that they have. It's
Yeah.
I
a
know what you mean.
fat Sid and Nancy,
great.
where you try to
Thank
keep
you,
them apart so
you
they
too.
won't do
Jesus.
drugs, and then you get them back together
They just
and watch them
can't,
go.
yeah,
There's that
can't.
person
Watch
I know
him go.
over there.
Nice
I'm
video
gonna go talk
game
to them for a
effect in the
while. You two
background.
That is nice, yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, bye.
Bye.
Great.
A lot of business going on back
Yeah.
there.
A lot of
Oh,
work,
a lot of-
yeah.
yeah, a lot
It's
of.
time for me to eat it.
Except for that guy's not moving.
I'm on the zone of power.
Yeah, but he wouldn't be moving.
Oh,
He'd be
I read
focused.
about that. How's
I
it
can see
working out
that.
for you?
Fanny pack. Nice fanny
It's working out just fine. Hey, you want to try
Read the
one?
back.
Okay, and
Oh,
also
yeah,
when
sure,
I
sure,
wrote
watch
this
the
episode, I was
Oh,
living
Brendon, read
here
the back. No carbs.
and realizing how fat I had gotten.
Nothing like moving to LA to
Yeah, I mean, like
make
well,
you
it's not
feel
only
a
that,
little
like,
body
I
confident.
think I was like
Okay. No,
in Boston before. It was like
So,
winter
what's your
time, and
favorite
like you wouldn't walk around as much. And I
Mhm.
discovered
Look
like
at all that junk.
all these like home delivery things. Remember like
home runs or
Shazam
whatever.
or whatever it was. Like it was like they would, and I had like all this income. I would just buy like 7 DVDs and a frozen pizza and a gallon of ice cream, and just get uncontrollably fat and have like sugar sweats and like blinking lights when I'm trying to sleep and stuff. And then I got here and I realized I didn't walk as much. So like in a short amount of time, I put on a great amount of weight. And then I started learning about carbs and like how your body works and stuff like that.
Yeah, this was around the time of the zone.
The zone diet, which is still popular, and
Yeah, I know. Let's
Deserve it.
totally do it. I'm not kidding. Let's do it. Okay.
this is a
What
great.
do you think you're doing?
That's
washing
very
my
funny.
hands.
That,
No.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Again, just nice the placement of the scene. And
Yeah.
everything is well shot.
yeah,
Well, the
and
New
it's
York
one of these
Times,
scenes too where I'm
NASA
not
stuff.
sure we wrote it. I don't think we knew until we saw
Just
the
making
board for the
conversation.
scene that he would be
More like
playing.
trying to make me look
Right,
dumb.
right, right.
With your dumb
I think it was
smart
written as a
crap.
It's
conference.
usually assumed
It's not
though
my
that
fault that
McGurk
you
is
don't
peeing
keep
in
up
every
with
scene.
That's true. That's a good part.
Hey,
Yeah.
Lynch.
But that's also
First
those
of all,
scenes
yes.
I always
I know.
always work
That
for
doesn't
me
make me
in
bad.
in
Second of all, we got a
in home
plan,
movies
all right? And that
where
plan
they have a
was to make
character in
each
the
other
forefront
Yes.
and a character
in
in
front of the
very
girls.
far away in the
That
back.
was our
Yeah.
plan.
Right, and get along with
Having
anything in the
both
plan
facing
that
the same
makes sense.
direction,
You
having the same
deviated
conversation,
from the
yeah,
plan,
talking to
Lynch.
each other.
All right?
It's
So
always
you're on
so
your own
silly.
now.
It's always so like dramatic.
Yeah.
So you're on your own now. Hope
Oh,
you're
that's
happy.
fine.
Whoa, a camera move.
I walk down the street.
Sounds like you.
Hands in my pockets. Hello,
A
neighbor.
voice that is my actual speaking voice.
And your actual act.
Yeah, my actual on stage act.
I will fight this in
I have a
Oh,
phone.
Coach
Obligatory
All right?
feedback.
Yeah.
Hello?
Which, by the way, I recorded real feedback.
Yeah.
If this is the effect that I
This is
think
what I
it
call
is,
Lynch's
back in
mustache.
1993 or
Lynch's
something, I
mustache looks
recorded.
stupid.
took
What
my
a
little
dumb
gorilla
idiot
amp.
to have a mustache
Right,
like
right,
that.
right.
And
I
maybe-
remember
Why don't you
telling
go
about
wax
that.
Yeah.
your ass?
Sometimes
And
you
this
gotta
is
make
probably from that
Here's a haiku.
far away.
Yeah,
There
maybe.
once was a man named McGurk who was fat and dumb and a jerk.
Boo.
Hilarious.
Boo, that sucked.
Ruth, it was nice to meet you.
Such a nice blow off.
Very
Yeah.
nice, guys.
This doesn't even have to yell at him or anything.
Yeah.
It's sweet.
Don't
It's
leave.
tough
Hold
on
on, hold
nerves.
on, hold on, hold on.
Hear this
Hold
one.
on.
Yeah.
No, I got one. I got
Nice
one.
little gag.
Yes. I can't believe they have a
Boom, I call
wireless
New York
mic. Is that?
Times. New York Times.
It's a very thin
Or
one.
because sometimes
New
the
York
wireless one has
Times.
that little thing.
Think you're better than us? Us? Us?
He really taps into
US?
something here.
Yeah.
USA?
This is like
No way. Yeah.
they love each other, really.
Yes.
Great. Could you
That's
put the
what's funny.
seatbelt on, please? I don't think it's going to fit, but try that. Put it on.
Okay, here's one. Lynch had no chance with the nurse.
The cool thing about these guys is that
She had a nice purse.
they
Boy, that is the worst.
we really looked into something kind of cool that they
McGurk,
they are completely
ruined
opposites who
everything
don't
for
like
me
each other
Yeah.
because he started
and find ways to do everything together.
Yes.
You know, and that's just a nice thing to kind of remember.
Yes.
You know.
something else.
Yes, there's something right. There's something about Lynch that keeps coming back for
Yeah.
more McGurk.
They find enough
Yes.
use within each other.
Exactly, and McGurk just really clearly enjoys
Yeah.
picking on Lynch somehow.
Guys, what are you doing?
Get out of here. We're having a meeting.
You guys, you broke your diets.
I know. We're
Voice of
terrible.
reason, Melissa.
No, you're not. You're
Yes.
not terrible.
Oh, yeah, Melissa? Really?
And we find out that she
Really?
concocted this whole
Melissa!
get together.
Jason,
Oh, yeah,
why
that's
you guys are
right.
weird?
You know
She
this
didn't.
would
She doesn't
happen.
care whether they're fat or thin. She just wants to
She
gang
knows damn
together.
well
That's
we're
right.
on
She wants to
top
go
of
back to the
it.
movies.
Yeah.
What
This
did
is
you
a
do?
this
Well,
one
why don't you
again.
tell
This is one of those things where
Brendon,
only had a movie
I set up this
Yeah.
chance
at the very
to
beginning
That's
and
right.
not even mentioned movies.
And then,
since
and
then.
then one at the end, right?
I
Yeah.
knew he would be here.
But but
And I knew
you don't even
guys
remember. I
were
mean, like,
bad
you don't even pay
neighbors.
attention.
Yeah.
It's funny
But I
because
wanted you to see each other.
we stopped doing like quotas within home movies.
That's
We're like,
right.
oh, let's have a movie here, and we have
Yeah.
to have a movie. We have to,
Yeah.
do, you know. We're like, you know, the more we did it, we said, screw that. Let's
It's
just
all my fault.
see
I
where the
was
episode
gonna
kind of
feel
takes
bad.
us.
Yeah.
And if we need a movie or some kind of piece of,
How fat both
you
of
know,
were.
Well, I mean, I was
That's
whatever,
right.
we'll find a way to do it. But,
Yeah.
But you got us
but
together
you know,
knowing
the more that we did
we
home
like each
movies,
other
we found
deep,
ways.
It was a chance I was
Not only
willing
for them to
take, and I
just
hoped
have
you
tons
would.
of movies
You're
happen in an
helping so
episode.
well.
Like we do that later on with
No.
Brendon, she wanted
No, I
what do you call
Time
it?
to pay the
Time to pay the price.
Controversial
The
episode.
controversial, internally controversial episode.
So here's the button.
Here's the button.
Really
I
fat.
mean, if we think that we kind of like broke our reality in the
Yeah.
last one,
Yeah.
this one is incredibly
Yeah.
unreal.
Yeah. Boy, is that funny
Oh
drawing.
God, if they were,
That's
if they were
funny.
see, that's the next TV show
I
that
agree.
you and I should do together.
I agree.
There's three of the
You guys did
fattest
something
kids
that
in
only the
America
Yeah.
just
actors
eating.
have
Yeah.
ever done.
Oh,
Go,
man.
go, Sumo. Oh, that's right. They try to come
Yeah.
up with
Alright,
ways
so
to
the rest of the movie,
use.
take one.
We should have bracketed this with some kind of string.
And now my fat dinner with what's his face? Andre. Take one.
Oh, Ernie.
Already no barking. Oh,
Dad, Gandhi, take two.
that's my dog barking.
Yeah.
That is hilarious. That should honestly, that's its own show. You, oh
what do
man,
you
I'm
guys
gonna,
think?
I'm gonna go and register that.
Yeah.
Just in case anybody out there thinks that that's they're gonna do that.
How do you
I
do
want
that?
my mommy.
You go online.
Yeah.
And that's that episode.
That's pretty good. Thanks
yeah.
for watching with us.
Yeah, thanks for watching. I know it's a lot of fat philosophy behind that, but I think you gotta tap into it.
You gotta embrace it.
Yeah, you really got to.
You gotta go with it.
Yeah.
It's part of being human.
These are all great people we all got to work with.
Yep.
Everyone's great. Io,
Yep. Fantastic.
Katie,
Todd.
Damon,
Nikki.
Nancy.
Time.
No, the old intern. The Fat Goodbye. That was the title of that cue. That's great. Goodbye. Fat shows.
Oh boy.